News 8 at 10 starts now.
Strong storms moving through central Indiana today, bringing some heavy rains to our area, but it's also cooling us down this week. Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephanie Mead is with us tonight. Stephanie, is more rain coming tonight?
Yeah, we have that potential for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. I think a lot of the activity is starting to wind down since the sun did go down, but tomorrow we hold that same threat like we saw later on this afternoon. Some of us actually managed to pick up a hefty amount of rain throughout this afternoon. We're still seeing a few popcorn showers in southern portions of the metro area, but where we did see some heavy, consistent rain fell mostly in Noblesville, upwards of around 2.5 inches for you folks there, around an inch near Kokomo, extending down towards just north of Fishers. Right now, we're seeing a few very stationary showers and cells now along I-465 just south of I-70. Now trying to make its way northward, so folks in Lawrence and then soon, say, the Fishers area could see this very slow-moving shower or thunderstorm. It's dark outside. We're seeing mostly cloudy skies, a bit of an unsettled night with that potential of an isolated shower or storm. Temperatures, though, at 79 degrees feels like it's 82. Everybody else pretty much in the 70s as well. 79 in Shelbyville, 77 in Columbus, and today we topped out in the 90s once again. 22nd day this year with temperatures at or above that 90-degree mark. 91 downtown, 92 in Muncie, 87 in Kokomo for this afternoon. As we head into tomorrow, we have that potential of an isolated shower or thunderstorm during the morning commute. We have a better chance of showers and storms during the afternoon, so grab the umbrella, throw it in your back seat because you'll need it during the evening commute. Spotty showers are possible, and it will be muggy. Temperatures holding into the middle 70s through about our 8 o'clock hour, and then eventually we'll rise into the upper 80s once again throughout tomorrow afternoon. We do see relief in sight. It does come in the form of cooler temperatures, but also a drier air mass. So humidity levels also decreasing throughout the week. And then we're looking at an unsettled weekend potentially for next weekend. So stay tuned for those numbers. It's coming up in just a little bit.
In Crime Watch 8 tonight, Indianapolis police are investigating a triple shooting on the city's northeast side. It happened around 6:15 near 38th and Shadeland. News 8's Jenny Drexler was on the scene. Jenny, what are you learning?
Well, tonight, David, an IMPD officer was transporting a witness from a separate incident. That's when he stumbled across this scene and discovered 3 men with gunshot wounds in the street. Police told me tonight that the 3 male victims are all between the ages of 18 and 19. Police say the 3 men were in a car with a woman when another separate vehicle, described as a 2007 or 2008 two-tone white Cadillac with 2 people inside, pulled up beside them and started shooting. The woman was not hit by the gunfire. Now, 2 of those male victims were taken to Eskenazi, while the 3rd was taken to IU Health Methodist Hospital. All 3 victims were said to be stable. Detectives say they will continue to interview witnesses on scene, and they will also be contacting area businesses to see if any surveillance video was captured of the vehicle or of the incident. Police at this time tonight do not think this was gang-related, and they also say they do not believe this was a random act.
I don't think citizens as a whole have anything to worry about. Obviously everybody needs to worry about stray bullets and things like that, but I don't think we have a car out here just targeting people they don't know.
The Cadillac was last seen going southbound on Shadeland. If you were near the 38th Street and Shadeland Avenue area today and you saw something, you're encouraged to call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. Jenny Drexler, Wish TV News 8.
Jenny, thank you. We have an update to a sad story. A woman in custody tonight for her alleged involvement in the death of this 13-year-old boy. IMPD says Chantel Taylor turned herself in on Saturday. She faces a preliminary charge of murder. Police believe she shot and killed Harry Tolliver on Thursday near 21st and Arlington. Police say there was some sort of disturbance involving different people, including several juveniles. The Marion County prosecutor will make the final charging decision in that case. In another homicide, IMPD arrested a second person connected to a January murder. Police took Jarek Whitley into custody for the deaths of 2 men, James Ratcliffe and Darren Gray. They were the 2 of the 5 people shot outside the Sawmill Saloon on Sherman Drive. Another man, Marion Glenn, was arrested last month on a battery charge in the case. Whitley faces 2 charges of murder and other charges. In Columbus, police are investigating a shooting at an apartment complex. It happened at an apartment in the Quail Run complex just before 2:30 today. Police say the victim was taken to the hospital by a family member before they got to the scene. The victim was shot several times. They were later taken by helicopter to IU Methodist here in Indianapolis. Columbus police did take a suspect into custody. Their name and the victim's name have not been released. This is very interesting. A 30-year break in a cold case tonight. 8-year-old April Tinsley was reported missing in Fort Wayne on April 1st, 1988. You see those pictures right here. Her body was found 3 days later in a ditch. Today, police arrested a man for her murder. Investigators say DNA led them to 59-year-old John Miller. They confronted him today at his home in Grable. Police say when they got to his door, they asked him if he knew why they were there. He reportedly said, quote, April Tinsley. Miller allegedly admitted he abducted Tinsley near her home and took her back to his place. That's what police say he described sexually assaulting her, then killing her. He's in the Allen County Jail tonight facing murder, child molesting, and criminal confinement charges. Police say they'll release more details on Tuesday. Happening tomorrow, a hot topic at the City County Council meeting. Motorized scooters in downtown Indy. Two scooter companies, Bird and Lime, pulled scooters from the streets after getting cease and desist letters from the city. The city asked both companies to halt operations while it works out regulations on the scooters. The City County Council could vote on an ordinance at its meeting tomorrow night. Both Lime and Bird say they intend to bring their scooters back once an agreement is reached. Coming up, an officer dead, several others injured in different shootings. Break down what happened after the break.
You're watching Wish TV, your local news source, with Julian Grace, meteorologist Brad Moushart, and sports with Megan McEwen. Now, News 8 at 10 continues.
Thank you for staying with us. A police officer is dead. 3 others are injured in separate shootings today. In this one in Massachusetts, authorities say an officer was involved in a chase. The suspect reportedly attacked the officer with a stone, then took his gun and shot him multiple times. The officer later died at the hospital. A bystander was also hit during the gunfire and also died from their injuries. The other shooting in Kansas City, Missouri. Police say officers were in contact with the suspect wanted in a murder case. The suspect reportedly opened fire, hitting 2 of the officers. The suspect suspect ran, then shot at police again. That's when the third officer was hit. They're all expected to be okay. Thankfully, the suspect later barricaded himself in a home before coming out and shooting again. Police shot and killed the suspect at that scene. Police in Chicago releasing body cam footage of an officer-involved shooting that sparked protests on Saturday. The footage shows what led up to the shooting of the 37-year-old black man. The man had a gun in a holster at his hip. The video shows him reaching toward his waist while running away from officers. That's when he was shot multiple times. The police superintendent says he released the video in hopes to stop more protests. Well, President Trump is in Finland tonight preparing for a meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. They're expected to meet alone before allowing aides to join them in conversation at the presidential palace. People in Finland protested the meeting today against both Trump's and Putin's policies.
Well, temperatures for today were warm, even warmer for tomorrow, but we do see a midweek cool down. Temperatures below that seasonal mark. Does it get cooler than 84 degrees? Stay tuned for my forecast. Those numbers are coming up right after the break.
Welcome back. Here's a nice calm shot of downtown Indianapolis. It actually feels kind of nice outside. Some of us saw some heavy rain today, maybe a few rumbles of thunder too. Now the question is, do we need to keep the umbrella handy tomorrow? Well, Storm Tech 8 meteorologist Stephanie Mead is here. Is it going to rain?
Yeah, you know, we have that potential of an isolated shower or two throughout the overnight tomorrow. I would definitely bring the rain gear with you. Throw it in the back seat because some of us might not need it during the morning commute, but definitely during the afternoon. That's when we'll start to see some of those bubble up, much like what we saw today due to the heating of the day. So that's going to be the same pattern that we see through Monday. So far,